Yo!
I didn't live on campus. We all actually have very different school experiences this year. So I had to commute to campus, and it was a very different year with COVID going on. So I did have a lot of time to myself, but also I was extremely busy. So drumming sometimes fell a little bit to the wayside, but I still found time to practice. The songwriting was what I mainly got to do. And I connected with music in another way because I actually started a radio show on the local URI radio station. And I deepened my love for music even more, exposed myself to some new stuff, and gave me some ideas for other covers or originals that we wanted to work on during that time. So I'm pretty thankful for that.
If you get the chance, listen to his radio show. It's on the actual radio show. It kind of slaps. Or the actual radio now. Kind of slaps. What's it, 90.3?
90.3 FM, WRIU.
Every Wednesday.
Kingston, every Wednesday, 12:30 to 2. Originals are starting to take precedence. That's what we're going to focus more on. And if we make a third documentary, you guys are going to hear about how that's going. We've doubled our number of originals since last year, doubled, maybe even a little bit more than that. But we're very excited to grow more in our own image, stepping away from the covers, maybe adding one or two.
4. All right.
You got him in his dome.
Basement.
I hate high school. Nah, it's kind of easy, but also it's easy in the sense where I find the work to be very easy, but it's just tedious, boring nonsense that I want to just go to college and get it over with, because it leaves me with very little free time to do what I want to do. But it's not too bad compared to anything else.
And the one who went through the biggest change was Ethan. How was BU?
I had a good time. Obviously, pandemic, it was very different than it normally will be, but it was still good. I like being in the city, and I had a pretty good community with the rest of the people on my floor in my dorm. I think the best music thing that I jammed with some people up there, which was pretty cool. There's a lot of talented guys there. Trying to remember what the name of the class was, but basically it was a lot of like the physics of electric guitars, which was pretty cool. So I learned a lot about how pickups work and other stuff like that. And for my final project for the class, I got to build a delay pedal. So I soldered it all, myself, and it was pretty tough. I had to teach myself how to solder, but it was a lot of fun. And now I have a delay pedal, so that's cool.
Definitely upgraded our sound. Definitely ties into the gear part. You guys are going to see.
Right.
We just got a PA system, which is massive. I got a vocal amp, which you guys will see. We actually got it at the beginning of the summer. Reilly got a new bass amp after blowing out his amp.
Yeah, I destroyed my amp. I literally destroyed it.
And I should be getting a guitar amp at some point in the next couple weeks.
Hallelujah.
In the last year, our gear has really gone up in quality. We're going to show a quick little showcase of all our gear upgrades. Mic 1. Mic 2. Mic 3 for Reilly. Another one of our first upgrades was this snare drum. Really helped us compared to the sound of the old one. It was a great drum while it lasted, but it's a little over the hill now. Our first vocal amp, which has become a monitor now. And we got this little trunk to transport our gear too. A new bass amp because Reilly blew his old one out.
Sure did.
E's new pride and joy, this Vox amp. E's original design to board. our special mixing board with this sick power strip that my uncle gave me. And last but not least, our very own PA amps, which have made our hearing loss very progressively fast. Yeah, I can't hear myself talk anymore.
What a great thing.
One thing that definitely suffered a little bit in the time that we were apart was our Instagram didn't really have many things to post. I think we had 1 or 2 videos that we posted during the time. It was actually one of our newer covers that I don't even know if we showed last time. We actually started playing Santeria by Sublime, and that became one of our main songs in our set. So we wanted to just showcase a little clip of that because that was one of the last things we recorded before E had left. And other songs we picked up last night, Handle with Care, those were shown during the live stream. And this Charming Man also, I think we showed during the live stream, or did we not have that ready yet?
I don't think we did Charming Man. I don't know why.
Yeah, for a while we struggled with Charming Man.
We still do.
Well,
Yeah, it's
Reilly actually learned how to play bass, so now it's just not a problem. Like, I feel like at first the problem was that this song is heavily carried by the bass part, and Reilly couldn't do it. And now we all just kind of have our individual struggles with it, but like, there's not one clear setback.
A jumped up country boy who never knew his place. He said, return the thing. He knows so much about these things. He knows so much about these things. I would go out tonight, but I haven't got the stitch to wear.
So when we came back together, we played for a little bit. The first practice we were kind of rusty, but we figured out everything we needed to do pretty fast, got back into the swing of it. We picked up a song for Christmas, Merry Christmas, I Don't Want to Fight Tonight by the Ramones, which I think might be a little outdated now, but we had a lot of fun playing it at the time. It sounded good for what we were at back then.
Also, did we learn it the day that we
I
recorded
learned
it?
it the day of.
Either the day
You
of.
might have learned it the night before. I know I definitely learned it the day of.
Yeah, but like that was the first time. That was like the 3rd take we'd ever done of that song.
Yeah.
So
I
you
thought
know
that
what? For
actually
what it
pretty
was,
good, yeah.
It'd be fun to revisit it at some point. One thing that we were doing was we kept toying with new originals, and ones that we had chosen were Secret Agent Man.
With every move he makes, another chance he takes. Odds are he won't live to see tomorrow. Secret Agent Man, Secret Agent Man. They've given you a number and taken away your name.
Mother's Little Helper, Stepping Stone.
Doctor, more of these inside for more, for the track is getting old. Much too hard today, I hear every mother say, the pursuit of happiness seems to bore. And if you take more of those, you will get an overdose. No more money for the shelter of your mother. This'll help us. I'm not your stepping stone. Oh! I'm not your stepping stone.
Tell Me Why, which is a foreign song, and Fox on the Run, which eventually got dropped.
No shame, but with a change of face, even mother will show you another way.
and we wanted to record them to see how they sounded. And while we were at it, we just started recording a lot of other stuff. I think we wanted to do it to appeal to live venues that we were going to send these out to when the summer came around. And the idea hit us that this could actually be kind of like a live EP that we were working on, not in the sense of it being like an actual EP, but something that could be interactive week to week to keep people interested on our Instagram. And that's what became the Basement Sessions. I believe a 25 or 27 set series of all of our covers and originals at that point in time. Even since then, we've almost doubled our set list, so it's actually pretty out of date. A lot of the early recordings aren't even as good. They're actually not really listenable to me anymore. There's a few really great takes. Like, I think Secret Asian Man might have one of our better takes on the Basement Sessions that was actually really solid and hard to replicate for us. See a lot of the early stuff we did last year, like the EP stuff, like Without You and About a Girl were in there. And then eventually we stayed doing it. We started it in winter and we continued posting them all the way up until the beginning of June. And when Ethan came back, we finished filming the last few, including new additions to our set, like Bad Case of Lovin' You.
So the Basement Sessions, they were some fun. Let me tell you, I hated doing them because I always had to record them. So it was a real pain to have to upload all those to Drive and then wait for them to process. Because if you upload them to Drive on your phone, you can't do anything else on your phone but let them load onto the Drive. So for like 2 hours, I was like unable to use my phone just to get those to upload to the Drive. So I kind of dread hearing the Basement Sessions because it reminds me of that. But as a whole, they were great experiences to like learn the songs, perfect them, tweak them a little bit. So overall, they were helpful. So.
Yeah, and it forced us to focus on like one song at a time and actually get it solid. I don't think there might be like one or two that we don't do anymore, but I think from all the Basement Session stuff, those are like we got it to that point and it's never gotten worse because there's definitely a lot of covers that we've done where, you know, it's like really good one week and then we just don't touch it for a month, or at least like a year ago anyway. It would be really solid and then we just wouldn't touch it for a while and it would just downgrade so hard. But
it was a pretty important stepping stone in the band. Mm-hmm. I'd argue we wouldn't be as good if we didn't. We wouldn't have improved as much if we hadn't taken the time to do all of that for the Basement Sessions. It was actually a really important thing to us.
Right. Yeah, we took that pretty seriously because we knew that I was going to be gone for, 13 or 14 weeks.
Try our hand at it again with a second session, and it's not going to be posted week to week, at least for now. Like the first Basement Sessions is just newer additions to our stuff we picked up this summer, like Rockin' in the Free World, our newest stuff, some of our new originals that were done after the Basement Sessions, and we're going to post them whenever we want, just to bridge the gap a little bit to either Christmas or maybe a little bit beyond. I think we'll have like 10 or 15 of them ready to post by the time Ethan leaves later next week.
Wednesday.